Good afternoon. I would like to talk about the culture of the Philippines. This is a map of the world with the Philippines at the center. You can see that it is surrounded by the Asian countries. Here is Indonesia, Vietnam, this is China, Korea, Japan, and Taiwan is here. You would think that it is so close to the Asia, right inside the Asia. It must be very strong Asian flavor. However, my friends from Philippines seems to be more Western than Asian. Why is that? To understand a culture, we must understand its history. The Philippines actually was named after King Philip II of Spain. It was Spanish colony from 1521 until 1898. That's 377 years. Just in comparison, America has only been independent for 242 years. As you know, Christopher Columbus discovered the New World for Spain because he wanted to find a shortcut to China by going west. This is Mexico. Mexico is one of the Spanish colonies in the New World. Why is Mexico important to our stories? Because Mexico produced a lot of silver. Well, who wanted all that silver? China. Because China did not have any silver mine. Don't forget Columbus originally sailed west because he wanted to get to China. China was a very strong country that did not want to trade with the West. Once the silver got into the Philippines, it was smuggled into China by pirates through the city of Fuzhou. By the way, this is my hometown right here. This is where I was born. From Fuzhou, the silver went into the rest of China. This explains the Chinese influence on Filipino culture. We talk about the Spanish and Chinese influence on Filipino culture, but why is an English an official language of the Philippines? This is the answer, the Spanish-American War. This is also the war that gave us Puerto Rico and Guam. By the way, my son is in Navy right now, stationed in Guam. What happens in history affects us today. The Philippines became an American colony in 1898 until 1946. Many people don't know the Philippines was an American colony for over 400 years. Now I understand why my friend Rachel seems so Western. The Filipino culture was so other-oriented that it became more Western than Asian in many ways. My second encounter involved Filipino culture. I would like to share what I learned about their art, food, and dress. My friend's house had many paintings by Filipino artists. I will show you three. The subject matter in all the three paintings were painted as traditional Filipino life, but all three were painted as Western oil painting. This painting here is so a Filipino ladies in a Filipino house in a Filipino village, but the technique is Western. The second painting is a Western modern art with Filipino subject. The third painting is again a Filipino scene in Western art. This is the food that my friend served us. She told us this is traditional Filipino dish. However, it really looked quite Western to me. We didn't use chopsticks, we used fork and knife. Again, this is traditional Filipino dish. You can see that it is macaroni. Finally, look at my friend's wedding photos. The material for the dresses were traditional, but the design was quite Western. The groom's shirt was made of the pineapple fiber fabrics, which is very expensive. I brought this example here, and you can really clearly see the cuff, the buttons, and the colors. It's traditional, like a Western, right? And you can check it out later. In conclusion, the Philippines was a successful melting pot. And maybe America can learn from the Philippines that different cultures can get along. We just need to communicate better. Yeah.